All right, well, at this point, let's welcome in the other member of our team. Mario Melchior is joining us. But, Luis, let me start with you on this one, just because you were sat right beside Maka, and it's not all down the tunnel, but then he came back out.
No, he went down the tunnel. It didn't look like it. He went down the tunnel.
He came back out for a little post-match scuffle with the Barca bench, and he spoke about it. He said, look, the clasico is like that. There are a lot of things happening on and off the pitch. We try to maintain a balance, but it's not always possible. We didn't want to offend anyone, not Barca players nor the fans. We know that when we step. What did you make of both incidents?
Well, of the first incident, first of all, in being substituted, like, at first, let me just say, I was as surprised probably as Vinicius was that his number went up. I thought he was playing outstandingly, so to see his number go up came as a bit of a surprise. You sympathize with the initial reaction. He's not the first player to be disappointed in being substituted. I'm sure he won't be the last. But then once it continues and the little storm down the tunnel and the extra histrionics on the bench, you just want Vinny just to calm down. Because again, we are talking about one of the best players at arguably the biggest club in world football in what a lot of eyes that are going to be on you. Now, keeping in mind, this is not his first meltdown, I say in inverted commas, against Xabi Alonso being substituted. So he has to be, if we are to believe that Vinicius Jr. continues to mature, and I think in so many ways he has, these are things that he has to cut out of his game. I will also add that Real Madrid as a club probably have boosted Vinny to the point where he thinks he's beyond reproach. I still haven't gotten over that Ballon d'Or thing that I'm still harking on that. But they've kind of...
You okay?
I'm just saying, you do that, and then you can't be surprised when Vinicius feels and acts as though he's the biggest thing at the football club. That comes with the territory, and that's the club's doing. That being said, so now somebody has to bring him back down to earth, and in all honesty, it seems Xabi Alonso is exactly the man, given his record, both as a player and as a manager, to do that. As a Real Madrid player, most of the point in this instance. So Xabi Alonso, I think, continues to handle himself and handle his situations as well as anybody could, and needs to be applauded for that. The spillover after the game, I'm less critical of any of the Real Madrid players in that regard. Kind of given, and listen, I understand the context to Lamine Yamal's comments intended that way. I totally understand why Real Madrid and their players take it that way, because if it were me and I were in that dressing room, that's exactly what would be done as well. And then, given the emotions of that game, as I say, in my mind, the biggest club game in world football, given the emotions of it, given everything, again, last season coming into this one, I totally understand the reaction of Real Madrid players, and I am not I'm not at all critical of some of that spillover.
No, and this is not specific to just El Clásico. This is not specific to Real Madrid, Barcelona. This sort of behavior you would have in any sport, anywhere in the world, at any level. If you have somebody from the other team run their mouth ahead of the game, and then come game time, your team beats that guy's team, you're going to let him know, take it. Take it. Take it. Eat it. Take it. Yeah. Keep talking, buddy. Keep talking. Oh, you're still talking? Okay. That I have no issue whatsoever with. And I heard some of the conversation about Frankie de Jong saying, well, maybe Dani Carvajal could tell him this in a phone call. And I'm like, no. The moment is now. Now. We just beat you. The moment is now. And I'll let you know that I just beat you. I don't need a phone call to let you know that I just beat you and I just kicked your backside. This is the moment to let you know. In front of all these people. You talk, now listen. And listen to me.
Look, we all been through this. And I think I do have to agree with what the guys are saying. You know why? Because when someone goes at you, like Yamal, he's a young boy. But regardless of he's a young boy, he still affects the situation. So it comes up. It won't surprise me if the manager maybe, highlighted it in the dressing room and then to spark the players to get them going. Because, this is things that happens. We all know that. Every footballer cannot tell me that a coach came into the dressing room and literally on one of the biggest games highlighted what the other opponent said about the team or whatever. So Well, I also heard a story of Guus Hiddink, who was the coach of Madrid for a long time. He said it himself. He said, this game, why this is so big and why Saka said this is arguably one of the biggest games in world football. Why? Because it's also a political debate what's going on. So we don't want to go on there, but I'm just saying, like, this is much bigger, you know. And when this happens, those players stand in the dressing room, oh man, you're fired up. And then after the game, when it kicks off, look how many players that were not even starting were coming on the game, on the field, trying to, you know, get involved in the argument. So this is now, man, football. I'm happy that the Clasico is that fiery. Why? Because I don't want them to fight. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see that fighting stuff. But I definitely want to see some spies in big games.
Oh, Mario loves it. He loves the drama. Luis, I know you're not a very dramatic person, but Vinny Jr. now has pretty much one season left on his contract. We spoke to Alex Kirkland earlier on about this, and he did mention that there is the feeling there in Spain that your boy Xavi is not necessarily Vinny's #1 fan. And as Shaka pointed out, he has been really good at man management, especially managing Vinny in this one. But if these antics continue and if what we're hearing is true, do you see Xavi and Real Madrid putting up with Vinny much longer than this one season?
I'm not in Xavi's mind. I don't know what they're going to do,
call
but of
him
course
up.
he's not
Call him up, Luis. Call him.
He's not helping. Of
You
course,
are
this kind
buddies.
of behavior is not helping. He's my buddy. No, but this kind of behavior is not helping. It's not helping because what Xavi is trying to build is a strong team. It's a strong squad, a team that collectively can win trophies, can be strong for many years, and you're trying to make everyone important. I need every single one of you. Brahim Diaz hasn't been involved, but now I need it for the Clásico. Players into the midfield that haven't been involved, like Camavinga, now I need him. I'm going to use him because everyone is important. And every single time that you're going to use it and I'm going to replace, you're going to put me in trouble. I don't want behaves like this near me because that's not something that is going to help me when you have a routine apple. What you have to do into the basket and remove it and continue and buy more because that's what is going to happen. But listen, guys, what I don't understand about this situation is, and I totally agree with you, you talk, I win, I give you the talking. Yes, now you take it. But listen, why is Vinicius Jr. facing Lamine Yamal? I win, I'm laughing, I'm joining. And you talk to me and I say, yeah, but to what? Why is Vinicius Jr. so angry at Lamine Yamal and wants to rush at him and wants to run? I would like to see that no one else hold him. You know, everyone moves around, and I want to see him running. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? You know, it's like
Luis wants to see a fight.
Maybe he's going to bet him on his back. He's going to bet him on his back. He said, I like you as a player.
Hold me
I like
back.
you as a player.
Hold me back. Yeah, hold me back.
Wait a minute. So, yeah, I agree with what Luis is saying, right? All right, you want to fight? Go ahead and fight. But,
You mean the tunnel?
But wait a minute. But Lamine Yamal was doing the same things. Like,
Yeah.
I'll see you out. He was like, I'll see you outside. And if you take that angle as to who was in front of him, it's Thibaut Courtois who's about this. This
Hold
guy,
me back.
Yeah, this guy doesn't
me
even.
back.
This guy doesn't even fit in the tunnel. And this is the guy that you're gonna fight? Come on.
Boy.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Well, one of the bright sparks about Real Madrid